And there you have it. Here's the power supply. I'm gonna untie these stuff soon, so wow. Anyway, this is the unboxing of this power supply, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it into the case right now. So I've just opened the processor. Here's a stock fan, kind of small actually. Probably eventually I'm gonna go get a bigger one, but here's some thermal paste underneath that's already come with the fan, the heatsink, and here's the CPU. Now the CPU here, it marked there's a triangle, there's an arrow here, but you know what's funny? On this motherboard, I know it only goes in one way, but if you look at it, I've been looking at it, you can't see it from here, but you can't really see that arrow, even though you can't see it right here, but even for me, I couldn't find, it's not very distinguishable. So anyway, it's gonna go in one way, so hopefully everything's gonna go smooth, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the CPU on and the heat sink, and then see how it goes. So here's the CPU. Actually, it's kind of heavy for I wouldn't think that it's that heavy, you know, consider the size. Heavy with respect to its size, I guess. But here we go. See, the arrow goes that way, so I'm going to be careful not to knock any of these pins against anything. So just drop it right in, and it just, there you go. And that's it. And just gonna close the lever, and see, there's a notch right here. Should be okay. I'm not gonna touch any of this because you don't want to leave any oil on there, because there's this paste compound. You want it to be right on top of it without any residue on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a this fan on. So sorry about turning off the video, because I'm only doing it with one hand. So next step is to put this guy on, and then I'll put it into the case. Okay. Alright, I've just got the power cable on. Oh man, this thing took a lot of effort to put in, because number one, just now I mentioned that this area is not supported, so I don't want to just grab this connector and push it down against the board. So I have to put my finger underneath to support it, meanwhile getting my two thumbs to push it down. But I'm not sure if it's snapped in. I mean, there's not much space that it could go further down, but I think it is snap in based on the clip on the back. But I don't want to force it any further, plus I don't want to put stress on this area. So, and another thing is, you see this cable here, the power, you see there's that angle. I don't know if you can see it. What happened is, when I put this cable in, it wasn't at this angle, so every time I try to get in there, it would not go into the socket. So it took me a while to bend it and then trying to push it back. And look at this, I don't have a lot of space left to lift it off and push it down. So I try pretty hard to get this thing going in, but now eventually it goes in. I'm gonna do my best to keep all the cable away. Now onto the SD card. Now that I got this one, now it comes with this adapter which goes into the 3.5, but I could easily put it into here and like this, or pretty much like this, put it in here, lock it down. But you know what, I think I'm gonna put it just by itself and along with the rubber. I don't think there's a rubber. It's just this is just to hold it in place. It's a sticker. See this? So I'm gonna put it here, and the reason is if I put it here, see it lines up with the hole, and because what happened is in the future, if I put a 3.5 hard disk here, I wanted to get some kind of airflow, so I rather distribute the spacing for the hard drive. So I'm going to put the SSD onto this area here, and then later on, if I wanted to, I could put a hard drive, 3.5-inch hard drive here. And at the front here, I could also put a fan, but I'm not going to do that yet because the system is not going to be crazy overheat. As you can see, the airflows, the wiring is not that crowded, so I think this system will have a good airflow, but we'll see. I mean, eventually I'm going to replace this fan, heatsink, or you know, if I wanted to, I could put in a coolant, but I'm not going to go to that extreme. So now I'm going to go and put on the SSD, and then I'm going to unview the video card. Okay, so I've got the SSD in here, and what I did is I picked the first well, they have an array of 6 SATA socket here, so I picked the number 0, which is I guess number 1. Now I use the straight here, and then a 90-degree turn here, so that there's no pressure. If there's something on the back, it won't push against this hard drive. So that's pretty easy to put that one in, and everything just snap in place. And you know, everything is it has shrouded, so it could only go in one direction, so which is nice. So what I'm gonna show you now is to the video card. Now I got this one, you know, for the price. I think I could live with it, and I'm not a heavy gamer, so I think this one will do. And let's see. So it's Radeon R7 260X from Gigabyte, and 2 gig hard drive, 2 gig memory, and a DDR5. So let's see what they got here. Nice. I really like this because just in case that your power supply doesn't have, well, I'm sure most power supply have it these days, but you know, here's an adapter from power to this, I don't know if you guys can see it, 6-pin, but it's okay, my power supply has that. And driver, and here's the card. Oh, it's actually, it looks small in but actually it's almost the same size as my hand. Now let's see. I'm unveiling it with one hand here. Oops, there goes my card. And here it is. Yeah. And look at this. Wow, this it's glossy here. I guess probably dust resistant. But let's have a look here. And too shiny, eh? The light. So I guess it has crossfire, but I'm not gonna do that either. See that? And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in. Where's the power for this? Oh, right here. So Not sure what else to show. I was gonna go for the 265, but I couldn't find it at this store, and this store doesn't carry it. So I decided to go with the 260X. And you know what? Can't complain for 665 bucks for this car. I guess I hope it will do well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in and wire it up, and I guess that's it. And I'm gonna go ahead and boot it up then. Okay, keep you guys posted.